Good morning, good afternoon, whatever the time is for you. I am John Harder, and my episode tonight, let me just check with the title. Okay, how to advance the harnessing free energy. Okay, how to advance the harnessing of free energy. I think I don't have the word of in there, but it would sound better if I did. All right, so I thought I had not missed any of the blog posts or of the videos. I I have found out lately that there's actually a few that I have missed, even though that was not my intention. I usually try to keep up to see everything that's on the blog and watch the videos and read the posts and all that stuff. But you know what? There was a video that I had missed. Now I want to go back there's two posts that I want to refer to in this episode. And I want to go back. Hi, Lawrence and Stephen Cuffey. Thank you very much for hanging out with me here. Okay. So I want to share the screen for just a little bit, and there's a couple of posts that I want to go to. So let me just share it here, and let's go to the post. Okay, so this post, I wanted to refer to this, and if you have watched this video and so on, obviously then you already know what what this video is about. I'm not going to play the video here, but I would just want to refer to this post for those who watch my videos because of what this post is about. And I think that that way too many people are way too deep in ignorance as to what's really going on, how effective the elite have been in fulfilling their plan, and I think that it is important that we wake up more. So if you haven't watched this video, then I would highly recommend that you find that it's not on the front page in the post anymore. I mean, in the blog, but I think it's on. You have to go back like 3 pages, or you could put the date in, which is May 11th. May 11th of just in May, back in May of this month is when May. Oh, May 11th. It says May 11th. Oh, that may be another video that it's talking about. This was May 8th. No, it's the one about no, it's not that one. Okay, yeah. This year one, I believe, was it was May 11th, and so it's yeah. I recommend to watch it so you know what's going on, unless you already know what that's about. Now, the other video that I want to refer to, this was kind of disturbing to me, and this was posted May the 8th, and and this was was a bit disturbing to me because I think, like, excuse me, we've been watching quite a bit of movies, and this one here, I honestly had no clue. Honestly, I had no clue who actually are the movie stars. What are the people that make the movies that we watch for entertainment? Um, and so this video here, as I paged through some of the blogs and looked for videos or posts that I might have missed, and this was one of them. One of them that I had missed. Now, this one here I hadn't missed actually. I did. I watched this one when it before, but this one here I had not just. I'm not sure why, but I missed it. I didn't see it, and I believe if you're a person who watches movies quite a bit, I would recommend that you watch this movie to so you have a better idea who makes the movies you're watching and who you are supporting in doing so. And not only that, who is influencing your mind by you watching movies. Now, since I've been in TBC, I have become much more aware. You know, when I watch a movie now, I see those movies way different than what I used to. Because there is so much in the movies that I see that absolutely has to do with the elite. But now, uh, oh boy, with this video here, it just like it here this gives us the inside story as to who actually makes the movies. Okay, so that's a movie or it's a video I recommend to watch if if you watch movies for entertainment. All right. So anyway, that's I just wanted to refer to that. All right. So now we're going to. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen and going to go back to our video. All right. So again, what I'm going to be talking about is bridging the gap between uh, the fiat system and TVC, and how we can do that in helping people at the same time. Now, one of the things that is absolutely sure is that we need to spread the word way more about what is going on, what kind of danger we are in as humanity. Like, I mean, all of us, right? And I don't mean by that that we should walk around in fear and thinking that oh no, the world is going to end and all that stuff. That is not what I mean by that, because I believe that at this point, if we don't sit idle, but get busy, and not to for the idea that we scare people, but to get people to be aware and to speak up for what they want. We want peace and prosperity. We want abundance, and there is only abundance. There's only abundance in the world. This abundance is all around us. It's the energy field around us in the entire universe, really, and out of which we can generate power. We can capture, well, the very air that we breathe. It's energy. I don't know if you are into mind, like mind stuff, or should we say law of attraction, stuff like that. It took me many years to get into any of that. But a number of years ago, it was in 2009, when when I had some health problems that, in my opinion, were pretty serious. And as I went to the doctor, the first thing he did is started experimenting with different drugs to see to see how my body would react to the drugs. And of course, the first drug that he gave me, my reaction to it was a lot worse than what was bothering me in the first place. So I very quickly stopped doing that, and instead what I did, I started researching. I started finding out what is going on, what would cause these kind of symptoms that I was experiencing. And here, every one of the symptoms led to the same cause, and that was mental stress. Well, then I had to find out what causes mental stress, and in order to understand that, I had to understand more about the mind. How does the mind work? How is all this? And I realized, and what I ended up understanding, and you know what? I have been studying this since then, and have constantly uh, uh, put time in studying and learning more about it. And as I have done so, I have found people who have been able to uh, into nah, become extremely successful because of changing their thinking of how it works. And it has to do with the energy field around us, because our mind is part of it. The if you have watched the movie, I have the movie posted in the links below my videos. There's a movie that is called Thrive. If you haven't seen that movie, well, I highly recommend watching that, because it will be a real eye-opener to you if you don't understand what I'm talking about, the energy field that we're in, and that actually our body is part of. And actually, now, it doesn't really talk that much about the mind. That's not what it's really about. But it does give us a huge clue as to why the world is the way it is. Not just a clue; it gives us a lot of information, and why the world is the way it is, and also ways that we can find our way out of the bondage that we're in this debt-based monetary system. And so, which is obviously why TBC was created. And I don't believe that the people in in the in that movie were aware of TBC. But I mean, obviously, TBC is part of that. Of it's one of the tools that we have in order to free ourselves from that system. Okay. And so again, I am very, very, how should I say, passionate about the generating free energy, because that energy is not only not only can we create energy that doesn't cost anything to run. You don't have to add any fuel. You don't have to use an engine that burns fuel or anything like that. But instead, it's all you got to do is you crank it up once, and then it runs. Then it runs. It can run like for 10 years at a time, or longer, whatever, right? Unless for some reason there would be a complication of some sort could happen. I don't know, but it's very unlikely. It's very well, extremely efficient because there's no fuel to put in or anything like that. And so those will be amazing units that we're going to be building. And of course, the project is open for people to come aboard and help us. Excuse me. At this point, we accept donations, which we will do so until. Oh my goodness. We'll be accepting donations until we're self-sufficient, which at this point we have some developing to do to get this to get the project rolling, and so for that we need quite a bit of funding, and so on the website myfree.energy, there's a page, project help, you can go to if you want to get involved and donate. Before you go to that page, get yourself familiar with the homepage, though, because that is where I have explained in detail what's in it for people who do get involved, who do help us monetarily, because we're what we're doing with these generators is we're creating the generators, but we're incorporating TBC all the way, every increment where we, along the way. So for where we build them, TBC is going to be very much part of it there as well. So people who are involved in helping to build them, TBC will be. It can't be just TBC. We obviously realize that because we're too much dependent upon the fiat systems at this point. But TBC is going to be a part of it, and people who donate, the smaller donations we can take in TBC or PayPal. For now, we will take PayPal. Probably not for very long, because PayPal has a tendency to seize funds and stuff. They act too much like a bank. And but at this point, we do accept PayPal. So eventually it'll be different. But we also accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dash. Those 4 cryptocurrencies we also accept for donations, and it's all on the help project help page. And so if you are interested in helping with the project to get the ball rolling faster, a donation would be much appreciated. And we do accept TBC for the up to $100 in donations, but from 200 and over, we then will pay 50% of the donation back to the donor. Okay, so if it doesn't make sense to you, here's basically how that works. You donate to our project, say $5,000. Okay, well, one of the, like, in either Bitcoin or Dash, whatever, they're out of the 4 cryptocurrencies, or PayPal. If you donate $5,000, then we will send you 2,500 back to your TBC wallet as a thank you for for helping with the project. Okay, so for you as a donor, that is huge, because you obviously, if you are in TBC, then you obviously know about the Cookie Rewards program. But if not, if you're watching this video and you don't know what TBC is, well, then I would recommend that you familiarize yourself on the homepage of myfree.energy and see what because I have links on there that you can go to, where you can get all the information for the different things that are involved there, that the Cookie Rewards and stuff like that, or what TBC is, or the mission statement of TBC, and those things. Okay, so those links lead you to that, so you can familiarize yourself, so you know what TBC is all about. And if you want to be part of that and you want to help with this project, well, then that is how you can do it. You can get involved with TBC. You can get your wallet there. Of course, once you're familiar and you know what you're doing, you can get your wallet, and then you can make the donation to us, to the project, and we will then, and of course, then you'll have to give us your wallet address, your Kringle's wallet address, or TBC wallet address, and we will send you 50% of the donation back to you as a thank you. And then that will give you Cookie Rewards, which you can redeem for TBC coins, which for you creates far more money, far more wealth than the gift that you donated, which will be a huge help in getting the project on the road faster. Okay, now these projects, what we're going to do is we're going to be making them in many places. It's not going to be just in one place, but rather in many local places in the world, mostly where they're needed most, and then distribute them to the people. Okay, and as we're filling areas like that, the project is going to grow very large, and so it will expand into many countries. And while at the same time, once it does that, we will also then start introducing them in other, like in to various places, and selling them stores too, so that there will be able to be delivered or be bought in stores, so it become available, which will probably take a while, because at this point we know that the resistance of the local power companies would be pretty intense. So it's going to take a little bit of time to break that down, but in the meantime we can help many people get energy that now likely don't even have access, or if so, that can barely afford it, and so on. Anyhow, that is the project that we are working on. And like I mentioned, what we are delivering to people is two things at the same time. We're spreading the wealth of TBC to people, and we are delivering free energy. Not only is it free, but it's much healthier, because and it's not disrupted. Like for instance, here a few weeks ago, we had some very high winds, and so some of the power line poles broke off, and there was areas where there was no service for several days. Well, with these units that we're going to be that we're making, there's no disruption. It has weather has nothing to they have nothing. There's hardly a way for weather to disrupt, because they're just small units that will be hooked up right to the power in the house, and they're just small units. They run quiet, they're clean, and it's and there's no like the one of the dangers that the power lines that are where they are hooked to the house with smart meters. Well, those smart meters are they have a high frequency pulses, microwave pulses, that actually cause cancer, whereas this here energy is clean and is and also, and there's the generating of energy is being done with nuclear, with with uranium, which is highly radioactive. And it's there's another huge danger. And also the now the coal plants, they have there's coal pollution that is going on, and none of that is necessary, because energy can be for free. It can be generated without any cost. Of course, there will be cost to the unit, but I mean, that's just a you buy the unit and then you have it, and it runs. It runs and generates the energy, generates the power. So it's just a phenomenal thing, and this the technology has actually been available since back in the 50s, and it only thing is, it was suppressed for many years, and now it has finally come to the to light, and now we're beginning to build these things. So all right, a TVC doctor. Okay, hello John, everyone from CA US. Hello. Adding on. Okay. If you're wondering if I am in the US or Canada or whatever, I am in Canada. Okay. So yes. So I'm actually originally from Mexico. So that's where I grew up. So if my accent sounds a little weird and doesn't sound very Canadian, well, that's probably why. It's because I grew up in Mexico. So now TBC then, at the other end where we are delivering the units, again, we're going to get people to pay part of the unit in TBC, because that way it helps them to get into TBC as well. So they can pay part of it with TBC and then the rest in fiat, and so that way it can grow. It can grow the. We can expand and deliver more units while we're also expanding TBC, the TBC community at the same time. So with this project, we're going to really bring in a lot of people into TBC as well, and to the TBC community. Now, There is also we're likely going to be looking for some people at times for helping in different capacities, like for instance, we're going to need to raise awareness in the areas where we're going to be rolling out the units at first, or well, pretty much everywhere it's going to be like that. But we're going to need to go and get people, uh, uh, have people go in and find the market. We already know that the market's there, but if the people aren't aware, well, that's a good way to introduce TBC to them, and also the units at the same time. Um, Even though it's a little bit premature, before the units are actually ready for delivery. Um, so that is the approach that we want to take at first, and see where we will. It'll help us to understand where the best places are to begin getting them out, right, to people. And so because people are not really aware of TBC that much, especially, well, I don't know. I'm thinking that most people won't be in most of those areas. In some places they might be, that's fine. However that works out, that's fine. But that is the scenario, and we will be delivering these units, and then people can just run them and have their power without paying bills. Won't be any bills to pay. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Abundance based economy. That is what we want to create. This we could all be experiencing this, could have been doing this for years, but obviously we didn't, because we didn't know. The truth was kept from us. We were made to believe that it was not possible, and so that's how that goes, I guess. But now it is, and so that's what we're going to be doing. So along the way, as we do this, and people watching this video, I highly recommend that you go in the links below this video and get yourself familiar with what we're doing. And for those of you who are in TBC, if you think about this, I urge you to get yourself familiar with what we're doing. It is a very, very large project, and this is something that's going to help very many people, and it isn't going to involve many people. Now, if it doesn't interest you at all, obviously, then it's not for you. But if it does, then my Telegram link is in the video as well, and you can contact me on Telegram if you want, and so we can talk, and if there's some way that you want to get involved. At this point, the first thing we need some more monetary support to get the ball rolling, and once it does, we will keep on having updates on the blog, and I'm saying the blog, well, the blog page on and video updates is where you will always be able to keep yourself updated as to what's going on, where we're at, and also whenever we need people for different things, if we need help anywhere, that's all going to be posted on there, so that if there's some capacity you want to fill, you'll be able to see it there, and then contact us, and we can work from there, right? So I'm very excited about it. I can't hardly wait to get the show on the road, because it's my passion to provide something better than this dangerous energy that the way it's being delivered to us now. And of course, why not get rid of those monthly bills, right? And not only that, this goes way further than that, because vehicles as well, because that's another project because I have some well, one of my brothers, he's definitely uh, into getting vehicles uh, burning, or not burning anything, vehicles running with these energy-free engines, like fuel-free engines. It's clean engines, I guess we should say, because then you can get rid of the exhaust system on the cars, and you don't need batteries. You don't need them. Like they have these battery cars that you can charge and all this. No, none of that's necessary, guys. It's not necessary. No, 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 no. We can completely power vehicles without being charged for anything. It's none of that's necessary. Now, of course, I mean, besides the upkeep of the vehicle, that's obviously now and then there'll need to be upkeep on the vehicle, but burning fuel or any of that, none of that's necessary. And so one of my brothers, he's actually already been working on that to getting but he's a truck driver, so he hasn't had very much time either, which eventually we want to change that as well, so that he can have the time that he needs. But that's where we're at, folks. I appreciate you hanging out with me here. If you haven't hung out with me before, then obviously you likely learned something new from this, and maybe you've been watching my other videos. I don't know, but that's what we're doing. That's what we're up against. We're going to change the world. We're going to change the world one generator at a time. All right. So thank you very much for hanging out with me here. I hope I brought you some useful information that you can use, that helps you in some way. And if you have a passion for helping people to get free, clean energy, then I invite you to contact me, or start with a donation, or whatever. Whatever you feel comfortable with, how to start getting involved. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to sign off. My links are below. If you're watching this and you want to know more about what we're doing, the links are there to check out, and to contact me. Everything is in the description below. Okay. So thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me, and we'll see you later. Peace.